One last thing I wanted to mention is about soil pH, which refers to the acidity level in your soil. Some plants will prefer acidic soil or alkaline soil. So if you're preparing a bed for a plant that likes a low pH, or in other words, high acidity, you can know how to amend it. Your native soil will naturally lean one way or the other on the pH scale. One tip that can help you know if your native soil is acidic or alkaline is to observe hydrangeas growing in your area. If hydrangeas in your area are never blue, then your soil is alkaline. Places that have a lot of water and trees will tend toward higher acidity. Desert places tend to have alkaline soil, though, as always, there are exceptions to this. Berries and conifers prefer soil with a high pH. So, in order to bring up the pH or to bring down the pH of your soil, or in other words, to have a more acidic soil, say if you're going to plant a stand of berries, you're going to want to use fertilizers designed for this, or you can add peat moss. The fertilizers you can get will be marked for this purpose. My natural soil is naturally alkaline, so anytime I'm prepping a bed to grow berries, I add a lot of peat moss and some compost before I plant. If you want to bring if you want to make your soil more alkaline, if you have a naturally acidic soil that's too acidic, then you can add, again, there are different kinds of fertilizers. The best product for making your soil more alkaline is lime. So I just wanted to kind of sum up all the information that I've given you about soil. I know that I've thrown a lot of information at you so far about soil, and I know it can feel a little overwhelming to know where to start. If you're planting in your native soil and you've taken a look at it and you're still just not quite sure what to do, then I wanted to just simplify it way down for you. So, just as a starting point, go out and buy a big bag of compost and a bag of peat moss and maybe some vermiculite and just rake them over the top of your soil. This will give your soil nutrients, help it retain water in the best way, and give you just a nice topsoil to begin planting in. If you can just do that at a minimum, you'll give yourself a good place to start, even if you don't understand all the technicalities of everything that I've talked to you about. For those that are using raised beds or pots, then I'd really recommend you budget the money to bring in quality soil made up of that mixture I mentioned, even parts peat or coconut coir, compost, and vermiculite. By investing in the soil at the start, you will save yourself so much time and headache down the road. Soil, in my opinion, is a place where I wouldn't cut corners. Now, I'm going to break my own rule here because sometimes it's just not in the budget, and I've been there. If that's the case, then just go forward with your less than perfect garden and know that it won't be perfect and you'll still get some wonderful flowers and produce with just a little bit of love and effort. So, my hope is that you can take this knowledge that I've given you about soil, about fertilizers, about amending your soil, about understanding your soil, to make informed decisions based on your budget, your garden, and your parameters.